And thank you for joining me in this feel-good yoga practice. My name is Lynette and I'm here to guide you through movement to help bring positive energy into your body, your mind, and your soul. So let us begin in our mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet are hip distance apart. Crown of the head reaches towards the sky, shoulders away from the ears, arms are by your sides. Gently lifting the heels up and placing them firmly back down onto the earth. Lifting the toes, spreading them wide, place them firmly back down onto the earth so we feel the connection between our foot and the earth. Gently pulling the tailbone down towards the earth. And now gently closing the eyes or giving a soft gaze, beginning with our Pranayama or breath practice by taking that inhale in through the nose, follow it into the mind, into the back of the throat, down the spine, filling your belly up with your breath. Exhaling, releasing anything that is holding you back from freely being alive in this moment. On the next inhale, take the crown of the head to reach for the sky. And exhaling down the legs and out the feet into the earth. Continuing with this breath, reaching the crown of the head up towards the sky. Exhaling out into the earth. Finding your own rhythm in your breath, flowing in and out like the waves of the ocean. Spending a few moments here being aware of your breath, for nothing is as close as your breath. Inhaling and exhaling in your time. And taking one more breath cycle, inhaling and exhaling. And gently opening the eyes, and let us take an inhale as we reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, release down. And inhale up. And exhale down. And inhale up. Bring those palms together. Exhale, bring them down in front of your heart center. Gently bow your head, setting an intention for your practice. Bringing the head to center, clasping all the fingers together. Take an inhale. On the exhale, press those palms up into the sky, shoulders away from the ears. And then if you choose, you can send the head back, looking up at your fingertips, opening your heart, opening your throat. Taking another inhale, and on the exhale, take your chin to your chest, extend the arms behind you. Deep inhale and exhale right here. Slowly bringing the head to center, place the palms on the back of your head. Take an inhale as you press the elbows back. Feel the squeeze of the shoulder blades. On the exhale, fold the elbows together as your chin comes to your chest. Bringing the head to center, elbows out. Take an inhale as you take the fingers up to the sky. Exhale, release the right hand down to your side. Inhale, lifting the rib cage. And on the exhale, sliding over to the right, opening up the left side waist. Bringing yourself to center. Left hand goes down by your side. Right hand goes up to the sky. Inhale, lifting the rib cage. Exhale, sliding over to the left, opening up the right side waist. And bringing yourself to center. Both arms down by your side. We're going to take a stance that is wider than hip distance apart. We're going to take our arms out to the sides, and we're just going to swing the arms back and forth, back and forth. This is a Tibetan move, bringing energy into the body. Always bringing your awareness back to the breath also as you are in movement. And bringing yourself back to center. You're going to take your arms out. Now we want to open those fingers wide, keeping the fingers wide here. Then we're going to bend the elbows like we're a goalpost. Let's take the fingers up and bring our fingers together. So we're going to press those fingers together, really resisting fingertip to fingertip. We're going to bring the breath, deeply inhaling and exhaling here. Release the fingers, bring our arms back down into that goalpost. Let's take the elbows down right by our sides, pressing the elbows back, feeling the squeeze of the shoulder blades. Fingers are still wide. Opening up and widening the body helps bring energy into the body. Bring our arms back into that goalpost and just going side to side with your breath. And let us come back to center. Fingers are wide. We're going to take those fingertips up, pressing once again against each other. And now we're going to reach those fingertips back, a little bit of a back bend. You can keep your head straight, or you can send the head back if you choose. Deeply inhaling and exhaling right here. Bringing yourself to center. And let's bring the arms down by our sides. So we're going to sit down like we're sitting in a chair. So our rear end goes back, arms go forward. So I'll demonstrate sideways so you can see. So you really want to stick that rear end back out, arms going up. And then we're going to place our hands on our shins, straightening the legs as the crown of the head goes forward. So we have a flat back here. Deep inhale and exhale. Now we're going to bend those knees once again, kind of bringing our chest almost to our knees and placing our hands on the elbows and just rocking side to side. Allowing the head to hang here. And bringing yourself to center. Placing the hands now on your shins once again and extending the legs without overextending the knees. Crown of the head goes out in front, straight back or flat back. Slight bend of the knees. Going back into our chair pose. Taking an inhale as you reach up to the sky. Fingers spread wide, opening the heart to the sky. Bring those palms together and bring them down in front of your heart center. So I will turn back forward. Let us bring our feet back hip distance apart. We will go into a balancing pose. So we're going to take the arms up to the sky and open the fingers wide. Our fingers are leaves because we are going to go into tree pose. So I want you to think about pressing that left foot into the earth. Strong tree trunk on that left leg. We're going to lift that right knee up. Those right toes are still on the earth. Then we're going to turn that right knee to the side. And you can stay here, or if you want to go further, you can lift that right foot up to the left leg, sideways. Or you can take your foot either below your knee or above your knee, whatever you choose. Remembering balance is different every day and every time. Breathing in this pose. Let's bring that left knee forward, right knee forward and place that right foot back down on the earth. Inhale as you bring those palms together. Exhale, bring them down in front of your heart center. So we will do tree on the opposite side. So think about that right leg being a very strong tree trunk connected with the earth. Taking those arms out. Fingers wide, like they're leaves. And then turning that left knee to the left on your toes. And when you're ready, you can lift that left foot up to the right leg, either above the knee or below the knee. We don't want it on the knee. Maybe finding a focal point, remembering the breath. And now lifting that left knee forward and placing that left foot back down on the earth. Inhale as you take those fingers together, palms together. Exhale, bring them down in front of your heart center. So we'll take an inhale, reaching for the sky, keeping our fingers apart in this practice, this feel-good practice. We're going to sit back down in the chair, reaching out and up as the tailbone goes back, placing your hands on your shins, and now extending the legs, crown of the head going out to the front, flat back. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to really bend those knees, bringing our waist, our chest onto the knees, placing the hands on the earth. We're going to take that right foot back, left foot back, into what we call a plank pose. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see better. So we want to be like a diving board, okay? Not up into a downward dog. But here we are. Fingers are spread wide, palms press firmly into the earth. Let's drop the knees, tops of the feet. And I want you to look up towards the sky, chest up towards the sky. Bending the elbows as we roll down all the way to the earth. Forehead goes to the earth. As we press those elbows into the sides, we're going to lift up into what we call our Cobra, curling the toes over. We're going to go into puppy dog first. So bending the knees and then pressing back. So you can stay here or you can straighten the legs, going all the way into a downward facing dog. Take an inhale as you lift the heels up towards the sky. Exhale, release the heels back down towards the earth. Looking up at your hands, we're going to walk our feet up towards our hands. And once again, our chest is up against our knees. Our knees are bent, going into our chair pose. Hands on the shins, extending the spine. Inhale as you slowly rise up. And bringing the palms together. Exhale, bring them down in front of your heart center. Inhale, let us go into a chair pose again, reaching out. Placing your hands on your shins, extending the spine. Inhale, exhale, let's bend those knees, hands on the earth, going back into our plank. Palms pressed firmly into the earth, dropping the knees, tops of the feet. Looking up towards the sky, chest going up towards the sky. A little bit of a back bend here. Slowly rolling down all the way. Inhale up into our Cobra, curling the toes over. Exhale into Puppy Dog. And now if you choose, you can go into Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, lifting the heels up towards the sky. Exhale, release back down. Looking up at your hands, walking or jumping up towards your hands. Going back into that chair pose. Hands on the shins, extending the spine. Inhale, as you slowly rise up, opening the heart to the sky, maybe a little bit of a back bend. Palms together. Exhale, bring them down in front of your heart center. And we'll go through that one more time. Inhale, going into our chair. Hands on the shins, extending the spine. Inhale. Inhale. Now we're exhaling, bending the knees, hands on the earth, bringing our feet back. So we are in that plank pose. Strong pose, core pose. Knees on the earth, tops of the feet to the earth. Lifting the chest, slowly rolling all the way down. Inhale into a Cobra, curling the toes over, and exhale into Puppy Dog. And if you choose, you can extend into Downward Facing Dog, maybe adjusting yourself a little bit. Inhale, lifting the heels up towards the sky. Exhale, releasing the heels back down towards the earth. And looking up at your hands as you walk or jump up towards the top of your mat. Knees bent, taking yourself back into chair. Hands on your shins, extending the spine. Inhale as you slowly rise up. Open the heart to the sky. Palms together. Exhale, bring them down in front of your heart center. Inhale, reaching for the sky. And exhale, going into chair once again. Hands on the shins, extending the spine. Inhale, exhale, bending the knees, bringing the chest onto our thighs. Hands on the earth. Now we're going to bring that right foot back into a lunge. And let's bring ourselves up like we're coming into a chair pose here. So we're going to bring those fingers all the way up by our ears here. Spread those fingers wide. And let's go into that goal post once again. Opening up the heart here. And opening up the chest area. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Bringing those elbows down, back, towards your sides or in, reaching for the back. So you really feel this shoulder blades in the back squeezing together. Bringing those fingertips together. Pressing those fingertips together and reaching back behind you. Inhaling and exhaling. Going back into that goalpost. Let's take those arms behind our back. Our hands are on our elbows. And I want you to think about opening up that heart to the sky. And releasing the hands now. Placing the hands on your left thigh. And then we're going to press back. We're going to straighten that left leg without overextending that knee. And taking the crown of your head forward. So flat back. If you choose, you can bring your nose down towards the leg further. Taking yourself wherever you need to be. And let's bend into that left knee. Hands down on the earth. Bringing that right foot back with the left knee. Coming up into our chair pose. Hands on our shins. Extending the back. Inhale as you slowly rise up. Open the heart to the sky. Palms together. Exhale, bring them down in front of your heart center. Inhale, reaching for the sky. And going into chair pose. Hands on your shins, extending the spine. Inhale. Exhale, bending the knees, hands on the earth. So now let's take that left foot back into a lunge. Bringing ourselves up into chair. And then bringing our arms up so they're in line with our ears. Shoulders away from the ears also. Bringing our elbows out, going into that goalpost, opening up the heart area. And then taking those elbows to our sides and reaching back behind us. Feeling the squeeze of the shoulder blades. Bringing the fingertips up above our head, pressing them together. And reaching back if you choose. And bringing the arms back into the goalpost. Taking our hands down on that right thigh. We're straightening that right leg. And then flattening the back over that right leg. And now bending into the right knee, hands on the earth, bringing that left foot up with the right foot. Going back into chair, hands on the shins, extending the spine. Inhale, slowly rising up. Let's open the heart to the sky. Palms together. Exhale. Bring them down in front of your heart center. So we're going to take ourselves into a wide angle. So I'm going to turn back around this way, the length of the mat. And our feet are as wide as our wrists. So it's a pretty wide stance here. Pressing those feet into the earth. So I want you to bend the knees. So feeling this in our hips. So we're going to lift the toes up, spread them wide. Place them firmly back down on the earth. Now let's lift the heels up. And place the heels back down on the earth. Now we're going to straighten that left leg, bending into the right knee. So we're feeling that lengthening in the inner thigh. You can take your hands on the earth if you choose, or just stay up on your right thigh. And we're going to turn that left foot on its side so our toes are facing the sky, getting into the hamstring. And let's place that left foot back down on the earth. Bending both knees now. And then straightening that right leg. And that right foot is pressed into the earth. Getting into the inner thigh area. And let's turn that right foot on its side so those toes are facing the sky. Going to where you need to go. If you want to go all the way down, maybe lifting that left heel, you can do that. If not, staying up on the foot. And now let's press that right foot back down into the earth. So we're going to take our hands onto the earth, straightening our legs. We're going to place that left hand on the earth in line with the center of your chest. Take that right hand up to the sky into a twist. And now release that right hand down onto the earth in line with the center of your chest. And let's take those left fingers up to the sky. Going into a twist. And release that left hand down to the earth. Slight bend of the knees. And let us take an inhale as we rise up. So we're like going into a wide chair here. Hands on our shins, extending the spine once again. Inhale, slowly rising up. Opening the heart to the sky, a little bit of a back bend. Palms together, exhale, bring them down in front of your heart center. So let us take our hands back behind us, clasping all our fingers together, squeezing the shoulder blades. So I will turn around and kind of show you. Feel the squeeze of the shoulder blades. So then we're going to take our fingers down towards the earth, opening the chest to the sky. And if you choose, you can send the head back, opening the throat to the sky. Nice weighted inhale, exhaling out the mouth. And very slowly bringing yourself to center. Release the fingers. Take an inhale as you take the fingers up to the sky. Bring the palms together. Exhale. Bring them down in front of your heart center. So let's have our feet hip distance apart here. Let's take the fingers up to the sky. Fingers are wide. Let's bring ourselves up on our toes, reaching for the sky, just lengthening the body here. And release the heels back down to the earth. Lengthening, lengthening. Deep inhale and exhale. Let it all go. So we are going to bend our knees here, bringing ourselves down to the earth. Ready for Shavasana, our final resting pose. So you can just bring yourself onto your knees. And then bring your feet out in front. Bending the knees, feet on the earth, as you take your back down onto the earth. Maybe opening up the arms to the sides, extending the feet out. And just allowing yourselves to be in this corpse pose for our final pose. Gently closing the eyes. Feel yourself sinking into the earth. Feel your eyes fall towards the back of your head. Relaxing the face. Shoulders are melting into the earth. Legs are melting into the earth. And now bring to mind your intention for your practice. Now start wiggling your fingers and your toes, bringing yourself back to life here. Slowly bending one knee and then the other. And then rolling over onto one side into a fetal position, that position of protection. And pressing yourselves up into easy pose. Thank you for sharing in this gift of yoga with me. It is an honor and a privilege to guide you through your practice. And until we meet again, may the divine in me honor and respect the divine in me. Namaste.